Alright, time to get this party started. Oh, man, oh! What the hell? Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Oh, man, what kind of asshole puts a countdown at the beginning of a live stream? Oh! Hey, y'all still here? What the hell y'all doing here, man? You just watching a countdown. Come on, man. Oh.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Trailer Park Live right here on the 2nd Street Marvel, where we're coming at you live every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If this is your first time here, what I typically do is I start off the show talking about some of the new comic books that I pulled for the week, and then I get in and interact with you all as we talk about some of the things that have happened throughout the week. And what a week it has been, let alone the fact that I haven't really done any live streams or anything this week. I've dropped a couple of videos, just been really busy with a lot, and I haven't really got to talk about a whole lot of the things that have been going on out there in the world, right? Especially since my last real live stream, which was last week on the Trailer Park Live. And a lot of what we're going to talk about tonight kind of started that night after the Trailer Park Live, when I got off the live stream and some things were going on out there, and it's been quite a week watching everything kind of unfold and go down. Excuse me. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. Now, in case you guys didn't already check it out, you should go check out my reviews that I did earlier today, or actually, was it yesterday? I did them and I dropped the video late. It was this morning, and then I did the video, and I got quite a few books that I actually got this week that I bought and reviewed. There's multiple covers here on some of these books as well, but several different books out there. Make sure you guys go and check that video out. I did it as a live stream, and then I went through and I edited it all up and, you know, made it look all nice and pretty, and then I dropped the video. So it's there, so you don't have to be here through the full live stream. You can just go watch the video with the reviews, and I'll probably get some timestamps in there soon enough. If Aloy's Dawdle hasn't already put some up, then I'll put some up later. Aloy's like that, man. Aloy's is dependable like that, right? Dependable like that. Excuse me, guys. Runny nose. But anyway, one of the books that I actually talked about this week was We Live, Age of the Paladins, Black and White, issue number 1, which is these first 2 issues kicked off what is going to essentially be a 5-issue story arc of We Live, and they basically dropped the first 2 issues the first week, which was issues number 1 and 2, and I talked about those. But then, in case you guys don't know, I am an Aftershock Comics ambassador, and these just came in the mail. I'm going to be delivering some of these to some of the local comic book shops that I have to go visit this week. But this is the different variants for the black and white covers that we got this week. We got this cover right here that is done by Inaki Miranda right here. So I'll be dropping some of these off. And then we've got this one right here for the white issue, which is done by Mirko Cloak right here. And these are Aftershock Ambassador exclusives. You can only find these at select comic shops. They have to have basically an Aftershock Comics ambassador like me. But speaking of which, that reminds me, you know, I've got these extra copies. I need to do that whatnot thing. Everybody does that whatnot thing these days. I need to get on there because I've got some other books that I need to kind of get rid of as well. Like this one right here. That I've got a couple of these right here. This We Live issue number 1. This is a 4th printing. This is the Mike Ruth variant, and just look at that. Like, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just like a beautiful? I don't know, man. That's just a beautiful cover, if you ask me, dude. That's pretty freaking awesome. If you ask, but that's if you ask me. Got a few of those. I need to sell those, right? I need to get rid of them because I've got a few extra. And then even like this one right here, the Maniac of New York, the Bronx is burning right here. Yeah, look at that Mike Ruth variant. That's badass right there, if you ask me. Woo! Anyway, guys. So yeah. And also some other books I've kind of been reading here over, you know what? Actually, I should probably tell you about this one. Another book I actually picked up this week as well that I haven't got into and to read and review yet, but I actually got this right here, the Incredible Hulk Omnibus. This came out as well. Pick that up. I can't wait till I get a chance to finally get caught up on reading, so I can give this one a read as well. And I'll probably do this one sooner than later. One of the things I've really been liking about getting into some of these omnibuses and one of these other books that I've been reading, like Doctor Strange in this Epic Collections right here, is getting in and reading the roots of these characters, the history of these characters, where they first were introduced, and seeing some of those and reading some of those stories. Sometimes they're a little bit kind of harder to get through. They're thick, they're dense reads, and that's to me that's a good thing. Some of them can take a while to get through. I haven't read through the Incredible Hulk, but certainly like the first Avengers series was like that. But very, very good stuff going on there. And some of it, while cheesy and maybe a little bit campy at times, is really, really great when you get down into it. And that's why I can't wait to get into this Incredible Hulk omnibus, and it's got the Incredible Hulk number 1 through 6, as well as Tales to Astonish 59 through 101, and then Incredible Hulk 102. It shows you all those things right there. And which brings me, guys, to this video is being brought to you by organic, overpriced, half price, cheap for free books.com. That's right. If you follow our link, I've got my affiliate link shoved right up your ass and in your face, so you can. I'm kidding. We don't do none of that silly bullshit here. These videos and these streams are brought to you by the Myrtle Maniacs, the greatest fucking channel members that you're ever gonna meet in your life. If you would like to become one of the Myrtle Maniacs, you can follow the link down in the description of this video. One of the things that we do for our channel members is we do some giveaways, and about every 3 months give away different books. Some of the books that we do with one of the things I do with the memberships is I find crowdfunded projects out there, and we go out there and back them, and we get some books in here, and we talk about them here on some of the live streams. I really need to do some set down videos of most of those books. I've talked about a lot of them in live streams. I just haven't done videos for them, right? And because they're much easier to find. Like, nobody's gonna come in here and watch me flap my gums for an hour and a half to watch, you know, maybe 5-10 minutes of me talking about this particular book. But anyway, one of the ones that we're going to be giving away after this month, going into April, is La Muerta Onslaught. This is the premiere edition of this from Coffin Comics. right here, one of our lucky channel members will get this just for being a channel member. It's going to be picked at random. And so the last one that we gave away was Lady Death Cataclysmic Majesty. Jason from Polyhedral Paradise won that one. He's very happy to receive that. And this one right here, like I'm kind of like, I kind of don't want to get rid of this. Look at that beautiful cover, man. That cover is badass, right? Isn't that cover badass? That cover's pretty badass. But it's okay because the one I have is this Palo Pantalina cover. Believe me, like I almost want to give this, like, this is a badass cover too, but like that other one's just so great. It's like, and that's the thing, is like I ordered these in specifically for that, the premiere edition specifically for that, because I'm like, oh yeah, this is a giveaway for one of the channel members and everything. And then like I see it, I'm like, I can't give one of these away. I want to keep them both, right? And that's how it is. That's just being a comic nerd. That's just being a comic nerd. You know, the one I can't wait until, you know what? I can't wait. We're getting into it. We're going to be getting into it. Is like, I can't wait until Young Rippa59 finally gets his book launched. We'll probably end up doing a giveaway for a copy of that book as well. Like, depending on what kind of packages we got, maybe we'll get an extra copy to give away to one of our channel members as well. We've actually given copies of Area 51, the Helix Project, to several of our channel members as well. I've sent some of those copies out to some of our very awesome channel members. Very good stuff. And just, I've done other things like just sending out comics, man. So sharing my love of these comics out there. We've also got some giveaways that we're going to be doing for just people out there. I'm gonna get some videos made, and we'll do that, all that thing out there. Should tell you how to get entered. You gotta like this video and be subscribed, and if you don't like it, you don't get entered into. Right? Hey, somebody's gonna. Nobody out there. You know what? Tristan from Nerdette's Newsstand tried to ruin my grift for likes one day when she said in one of her streams, she was talking about, yeah, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, Tristan. She was saying about how there's no way for us to see whether you like the video or not. And I was like, I was just trying to get people to like my video, okay? Why you gotta ruin that for me? It's the only reason I tell people. But I don't know. Actually, I think that's actually in the YouTube contract. When you sign up as a creator, is you got to tell people to like the video, to thumbs it up, and share it out and shit, right? That's one of the things they tell you. And actually, one of the other things they don't tell you is actually once you get monetized, you get into the AdSense, they actually have somebody here who's always off camera while you're filming. That's not necessarily got a gun to your head telling you you've got to do it. But there may or may not be somebody there telling me to do that right now. I'm telling you that you should become a channel member, one of the Myrtle Maniacs. But I don't know. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. That's really all I've got as far as the comic books are concerned. How are you all doing? Let's go ahead and get in here into the live chat, see what everybody is doing, see who all we've got here. I see we've got Johnny on the spot, my man, Obi-Juan the homie as well. How are you guys doing out there today? Hell, Hydra, enchanted suits. Ooh, man, don't get me into that Moon Knight enchanted suit. Yeah, Landon, TLB, my man. How are you doing? So you know, so now you know who Jody's Corner is. Yeah, like I knew who he was before, but like I can't say I ever really, and I've still really only watched like maybe one of his videos. It was probably a recent one. Oh, but yeah, you're right. Tell you every time I said Jody streams, yeah, like. I saw this live even Lucas stream after Jody's. It was just so embarrassing. And okay, yeah. La Muerta, please. Oh yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Demajani, what is up? How are you doing, my man? I hope all's going well with you. Hope all's going well. Why is my hat? Was my hat on sideways? It looked like it was all sideways and everything. Is it on sideways? Yeah, it looks like it's good. But thank you so much for being here, Demanjana. I hope all is well. Jedi Mike, thank you so much for being here. Hope all's going well with you. That's why why every good comic nerd follows the rule of the Sith. Oh, always get two. Yeah, always two. You get yeah. A master and apprentice. Yes, absolutely. Mike Porter, my man. What is up? How are you doing? Yeah. Hey, what's up with that? You're saying right there with you, Mike Porter. I don't see any other messages from Mike. Oh, okay. Hey, you're talking about Jedi Mike. Oh, yeah. And then, there we go. And then we got Michael J. Porter Bartholomew II, my man. How are you doing? I hope all is going well with you. Okay, guys. So, one of the things, obviously, we want to get into. You know what? Maybe I should probably pull up a seat here. Maybe take a load off, right? Take a load off. Because we're gonna have some fun tonight, right? We're gonna have some fun. Let's get us locked in there a little bit better. There we go. That a little bit better. One of the things, in case you guys don't know, see everything. I know most of y'all probably see the same stuff I do on your YouTubes and all that stuff. Seeing all this drama go down. Well, last night after the Trailer Park Live ended, I got off stream and I noticed Young Rippa'59 was streaming. I'm like, well, hey, what's going on? And I got on and I don't know, maybe I got on like right when it was kind of close to the stream going on. Apparently, there was a stream going on. Popcorn Planet was doing a stream, and I know who Andy Senor is. I've never watched his channel before, but I know who he is. Just as far as that, I have no other preconceived notions of who this guy is or any clue other than that. But I know who he is. So I guess he was doing a live stream with Jody from Jody's Corner, who I now know who that is, as my man Landon was pointing out. LB, what is up? I am here. Hope all is going well with you. Chilling, playing Final Fantasy 14. Nice. Yeah. So there was, this stream going on, some drama going on, and well, anyway, a lot of people have kind of been talking about that this week, right? A lot of this drama going on and everything. It's all really kind of funny and just silly. A lot of these things that are going on regarding all of this. You know what? Here, I feel like, but it's the same old thing too. Because like at the same time, wasn't it just last week as well? Like maybe the week before when the Batman was released, and it's so like. And I was talking about this. I was over on Tristan's channel, over on Nerdette's newsstand earlier today, just before the stream, and kind of just talking about some of these things. And we didn't get enough time to really chat and have a long conversation, but it was like this disagreement stream that she was doing. I want to go in there and just talk to just about some general stuff, nothing all super serious. But then the kind of conversation kind of revolves around all of these things going on with this whole situation with Ryan Kinnell and his review of the Batman, right? And that's the thing. That's one of the things I was talking about over on Tristan's channel was the Batman. It comes out and what's up, dude? Yeah. Is there the Batman comes out, and naturally it's one of those things. Not everybody's gonna like it. Not everybody loves it. Some people hate it. Some people just don't like it. And you get this thing where everybody out there is like, you see different people, various levels, some people just saying it's like whatever's going on, but like a lot of like this same thing happens every damn time a new movie comes out. Every time a new show comes out, every time a new comic book comes out, like every single Wednesday, it's like, oh my God, is there going to be a comic book coming out this week that's going to fucking have people triggered? Like some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, and they're going to fight about it, like, right? That's what it always seems to be every time. And then naturally you always get these other kind of people that are kind of cool and chill, but they're still sitting there like, man, like I don't like it. I don't get why other people like it. I don't see what they like about it, and I don't get why people don't do like it. Just the different things and trying to understand. Look, there's no understanding these kinds of things, right? It's okay. People like what they like for different reasons, and there's really kind of no reason behind it. And you shouldn't really look into that. And people have their reasons for liking what they like. And you know what? And here's the other thing too. If you dislike something, I get it, and you got your criticism of it, whatever. But like beyond that, like if you don't like it, you just don't like it. You shouldn't really have to explain that more. Like you should have your reasons why, though. If you have your reasons why you don't like it, most of the time, any rational person has a reason that they can explain why they don't like it. Be it something that you think is a fair criticism or not, right? But it's always so funny. Every single time something new comes out, people are like, oh, so like just so divided on everything. And it's not even, to me, it's not even like divided, but like it's really what goes on every single time. It's so hot. It's so cold. It can't be, there's just no, everybody's just so knee-jerk reactionary when it comes to everything. And it's, I don't know, to me it's weird. It's a little weird. And I don't know. I'm somebody like, hey, you got your opinion of it. You like it? It's all good. I don't like it. Or maybe I do like it and you don't like it. It's all good. I don't care. I don't really give a shit about that. You know what I mean? Like if you want to talk about it, we can have discussions and whatnot about what we do and don't like about it. And hey, that's all fine and dandy. That's great. You're allowed to have your opinion about it, and I'm allowed to have mine. But sometimes that's just not good enough for some people, right? That's just not good enough for some people. Sometimes people really can't seem to let other people have their opinions on these kinds of things. And this was something that I was kind of talking on Tristan's channel as well. When it comes to some of these kinds of things, people being intolerant of other people's views and opinions, be it on movies or whatnot, different things like that. Being intolerant to other people's opinions, not wanting to hear them or whatnot, any of these different reasons that you could think of. And so a lot of people close themselves off from having any kind of conversation anyway. A lot of people can't seem to have conversations these days anyway because people just seem to be so driven by their emotions or their emotions over their opinions over something that they can't sometimes have rational discussions. And to me, it's quite silly. Now, last week after the Batman, we see there was this video done by RK Outpost, Ryan Kennel. He did some video coming out of the theater. He's in his car doing a car video. Oh, that's not it. Anyway, I know somebody's gonna be anyway. But he was out he's in there reviewing, and of course, what happens. There's some part of the video he's going on about the amount of white people in the movie that are good guys and that are morally good, and the black people that are morally good, and they're oh my god. And naturally, somebody pulled a clip of it and put it on Twitter, and rah rah rahs, and next thing you know, everybody's all up in arms about it. And it was silly, and I think that actually happened. That was actually last week before a lot of this other stuff went down. And it's like, and I may have even said this last week. Like, I listened to what he said. I'm like, I don't really like it. To me, it just sounded like it's something like Tristan even kind of pointed out from Nerdette's Newsstand. Like she was saying about it, like he's kind of making it about identity politics about as much as everybody else does. And it's like, yeah, it's and that's okay. I mean, people that's what people do, right? Isn't that what people are doing nowadays anyway? It's all gotta be about my colors, my representation. So a lot of people are upset about that. And I watched his video. I'm just like, I didn't hear anything there. And a lot of people have been chopping this up. Like, there's stuff like like, like, if somebody heard that, could they find that offensive? I'm sure somebody could. And that's one of the things. And that's why I don't take a lot of things too seriously when people are outraged by certain things, especially stuff like this, because, like, I think a lot of people, and I know this from experience, is the one time, like, I will sit here and tell you something, but you will hear something else. It processes in your head different than what I said. Right? Like, people do this all the time. You'll tell them to go do something, they go do it, and like I said, I've managed a lot of people. You tell them to go do something, and they go. You check back up with them later, and you look and like, what's this? What did you do? And they're like, oh, I did what you told me. Like, no, like this is like the opposite of what I told you. Like, tell me. Well, yeah, and that's where eventually you learn. Sometimes you'll tell somebody to do something, and you say, "Okay, so what is it you're gonna go do? Repeat back to me what you're gonna go. What I just told you. Your instructions were what this particular thing is we need done. What did you just like? What did I just tell you? But, I mean, treat them like a child when you tell them, but you ask them back, right? You ask, so like, okay, so you got it. You got that. You got that. Because there's sometimes, I guess you would say, comprehension issues. And a lot of people have this, to be quite honest with you. A lot of people have this, especially when it comes to things like this, when they're looking for these kind of inflammatory things that people say. And let's be quite honest. If you're really worried about what fucking morals, like what Ryan Kennel's views on fucking morals are, like, get a fucking life for one. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck do you care what? You're gonna take him seriously when he talks. Like, you don't like. Obviously, a lot of these people don't like the guy anyway, and you're gonna take him seriously when he says something, when he's talking about the morals of characters in a movie. But regardless, people were upset and la 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 la, right? Well, I guess it came. Young Rippa ended up like, you guys know the Twitter drama, right? You guys know, like, he ended up making a video about people being outraged about all this stuff, and then he tweeted that with this tweet, and once again, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, reading comprehension, reading and comprehension as well, go a long way. When you can comprehend what you are reading or what somebody is saying. It's like, I know. And a lot of people can't do it because, you know what? A lot of times when it comes to things, people are emotionally driven. They're driven by their emotions, and they're acting irrational because of that. It happens all the time. People acting irrationally because of their emotions. Funny thing is, after all this went down, I watched this video of this certain guy saying he's kind of like driven by his emotions, slave to him, and that's not good. That's not good. Acting impulsively off of your emotions, probably shouldn't do it. Now, the thing is, and like I said, a lot of people make things out of start making assumptions and making opinions and feeling however they're feeling based off of these things they hear and people say, and not even that they may even take out of context, but maybe they see or hear something differently than what's actually being said. I'm telling you, the comprehension is a big part. It's a big part. And I mean, communication is a big thing. And that's why getting into this whole thing, it's like really, this is really the key and paramount thing in what we're going to get into and talk about here. The key and paramount thing is you see all these people making these different arguments about everything that's going on here. Now, the initial thing with what happened with Jody's Corner and Young Rippa 59 is he brought him on this stream, and like for me when I seen how it all started off, I'm like I already can't take you seriously anyway. Like it already started off anyway. Like the streams started off. They're both on streaming. You see Jody sitting there. He's like, what was he? He's like, my nigga. He's like, and I'm like, bro, like you're coming on here like you're the fucking Godfather and shit. like you're trying to impose this kind of presence. Like I already can't take it serious. It seems a little hammy. It seems a little hammy to me, but I don't know. It seems a little silly. But he comes in there and he's sitting there and he's, and then they start going on. They having their little conversation. But like for me, starting that right off, I'm like, you sound like you're trying to be Denzel Washington in like any movie. and I just can't take it seriously. I can't take it seriously. But anyway, so they go on and like his beef was, and here's the thing, is I've heard other people kind of wondering, misconstruing this argument as well. But Jody was pissed off about this tweet that he said is defending Ryan. He's like, and that's what it all came down to. Where the tweet wasn't even doing that, and that was the whole argument. That's what he was upset about, was this tweet. And the tweet, like you, you go through this stream, like Young Ripper even says, like, you read it over and over, read it as many times as you need to get it. Like there's no like the defense of Ryan Cannon and they're friends, so like it just wasn't there. I'm like, it's not there. Like in the video, you hear, like, I guess you could say an opinion about the stance, not necessarily a defense. I would say, but you get like, and that was really it. But the whole thing started off like he was mad about this tweet, and that was the initial argument that he had, was he was mad about this tweet defending Ryan. Like it's not there, so like there's really nothing to be mad about because the defense wasn't there that he was doing, right? And then it kind of just went downhill from there, because like just everything that went on throughout this whole conversation was like, it devolved into this guy trying to have a pissing contest. And like throughout, like as they're trying to have this conversation, and here's the other thing, is like I don't want to divert too many times from what I'm trying to say, but it all comes down to a lot, because one of the things, like with Tristan over at Nerdette's Newsstand, one of the things that she was talking about, she's like, why is Young Rippa out here defending Ryan, and why is he not defending himself? Oh, he's hiding behind Rippa and all this stuff. And it's like, it's not like that either. The thing the beef that Jody had with Young Rippa was because of the stupid tweet. And then the thing with Amazing Lucas ended up being like the same thing. But then I watched that stream, and that was like just getting into semantics. Is all that was. Like I didn't even make it all the way through that stream. But that's really ultimately all. Like all this came down to is a bunch of people arguing semantics. But the thing is they started going to this place, and like Tristan was saying, she's like, oh, this is messed up. Like he started talking about his not even just his weight, but then like his family and his kids and all this kinds of stuff. And it's like, well, I don't think anything he said was, I mean, in the situation, like people probably would see it as offensive, like, but he's not saying anything bad, I don't think. Like, I think the things he was saying is good. Like, I was saying, like, damn, I'm like, this dude ain't wrong on this shit he's saying, man. But when when they're sitting there, a lot of that even came up is because a lot of people do this thing when they're trying to have a debate with somebody, right? When maybe, and here's the thing, maybe they're not even winning or losing. It's not even a thing like that. Maybe they just don't really have an argument, or maybe there's not really even an argument to be had. Maybe it's just like a discussion that needs to be had. Everybody looks at everything like a debate these days. And then everybody ends up right fighting. But what happens is, the thing is whether they even have a good valid argument or not, at some point a lot of times people are getting kind of gassed up. You're there in front of everybody on your live stream. And the thing is, like, you see people do this, they start with insults, right? And I went back and I watched the stream several times, and like it is like this dude started to kind of insult Young Rippa 59 in the stream. He started insulting him, and he was kind of going at it, and that's when and that at that point is when Young Rippa kind of went into saying like, okay, if you just want to play the insult game, like we can go there if that's what you want, if that's what you want. And that's kind of what a lot of conversations devolve to these days in the first place. And that's ultimately what ends up happening is it devolves into people name calling each other for whatever reasons or whatever it is. Because, and a lot of times, it's somebody else, like, all worked up, all emotional, getting all huffy and puffy, and then they're just a loose cannon, just reacting to whatever the other person is saying. And sometimes you get people that just get all gassed up like that, the same, and go back and forth. But the thing is like, Tristan was making the argument like, oh, it's kind of messed up, a lot of things he said. Well, a lot of the things he said were fucking true. Like, they were fucking true. Very true things. And I know one of the things, like, she was saying, like, and they all kept making about him, like, Young Rippa 59 calling people crackheads, that are black people crackheads. Like, it's not even the case. It's not even there. Like, I've never called, anytime I've ever called somebody a crackhead, like myself, I've never meant to, like, as a black person, I've called a bunch of people crackheads that weren't black. But that's the thing is, you get into a lot of these conversations and things like that, and somebody at some point or whatever or other ends up losing their cool and ends up with just starts hurling insults. And in this case, it started happening, and hey, all right, I guess if that's where you're gonna go, I'm gonna go there too. And that's kind of where it went to. But the thing is I think that it was kind of fair. I think it was kind of fair game at that point. But the getting into it all after this, like, that's all that conversation was this dude being pissed off about a tweet that he was saying was defending this other guy that you, for whatever fucking reason, you care way too much about what this motherfucker thinks. Like, is it just me? Like, is it just like I let alone like not even like Ryan, Ryan's Ryan, I've watched plenty of his videos and shit like that. Like, okay, like, I don't put much more, like, care or anything into his fucking opinion than I do anybody else's, and or let alone kind of like my own and what people think about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really give a shit. You said whatever you want. I don't care. And I honestly really don't care what you think about it, more than likely, because it doesn't really matter. Does it? It doesn't really matter. But anyway, so just this whole thing is going on, and then there comes this other debate where Young Rippa is debating with Amazing Lucas. And he's pretty much there debating with Amazing Lucas, wants to talk about the thing with Jody for the most part, and the stupid fucking tweet, this fucking tweet that everybody's talking about. And that's the thing, is like, Tristan was asking, why is Young Rippa on all these streams talking to all these, why is he talking to Jody, why is he talking to Lucas, not fucking Ryan Cannell, right? And the thing is because he was on Jody's corner and he was on Amazing Lucas because of the fucking tweet. It was because of the tweet. it wasn't for any other reason. They were upset about the tweet because they're like, oh, how's this black man gonna go out there and defend this white boy? It's so terrible. It's, oh my god, it's goddamn Uncle Tom. And it's like that wasn't even like that's not even. But that was the thing. That's why because they take issue with, and that's why he's on these streams. Is they're taking issue with him about the tweet. And they're talking to him about it. They're not talking like why is nobody talking to Ryan about his fucking opinion about the movie? Maybe it's because they're so upset about the tweet and they don't give a fuck about what he thought about the movie or his opinion on it that much. They just wanted something to fucking bitch about. Maybe that could be why. But I don't know. Like I said, I seen this shit. I'm just like there's really nothing worth arguing here. But the thing is what it comes down to is everybody these days sees and hears things and reads, whatever, and hears about things and like fucking makes mountains out of molehills, right? Is it mountains out of molehills? Mountains out of anthills? Anthills out of, you know what I'm talking about? Mountains out of molehills. It's got to be molehills, right? Molehills? You know what I'm talking about. Where's Dixie at? I know Dixie's going to say something. Dixie will come in here and correct me. But that's what everybody does that shit these days, right? Everybody does that shit these days. And like, I was sitting here watching all this shit go down. Like, y'all fucking just said, like, y'all just want something to bitch about. Like, y'all just, like, seriously, like, that's all I'm saying is like everybody, like somebody, like everybody just wanting something to bitch about, and and look, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure everybody's benefiting from it, right? All the people involved, their channels are getting the boost from all this extra, getting the super chats, getting that extra ad revenue, yeah, right? I know, like somebody's saying, like, motherfucker, you doing the same thing. What are you talking about? Hey, I didn't say there's nothing wrong with it. You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do. And plus, I really only do this on the Trailer Park. That's what the Trailer Park Live is designed for, is to sit here and talk about shit like this. Because to me, I think this is all fucking a bunch of stupid shit. I think it's all a bunch of stupid shit. And I'm sitting here, like, to me, I'm like I said, I'm talking about it too. It's like, I sit here and I'm like, there's really nothing to analyze, break down, and people are out there, and one of the things, like I said, Tristan was even saying too, everybody's gonna feel like, oh, if you're on this person's side, you're gonna feel like this person won. If you're on this person's side, you're gonna feel like this person won. And it's like I really don't feel like any kind of way about that shit, because everything that's going on here, there's not like a win or lose kind of thing here. They're just kind of like, it's just, people bitching about stuff, about people's opinions. That's ultimately all it is. And like, and to me, I'm just like, again, mountains out of molehills, people. The conversation has so deviated from what it was in the first place. The conversation was this racist Ryan Kennel and his racist opinion about some movie. But like a fucking day later, like that's forgotten. Like that was the thing, but it became about this tweet. And the thing is, like, it became about this tweet. Nobody mentioned the fucking video. And that's the thing. And that's the thing. Is the people that are talking about this tweet didn't watch the fucking video. And the video, like, I watched the fucking video. But the thing is, go watch the video. He tells you everything you need to know. It's all in there. Like, plain, simple. You go listen. But again, this comes down to people's comprehension of what they're hearing and how they process that. but it's so far from the original conversation now that like, and that's the thing is, everybody's sitting there going like, this is stupid, like so and so won because like fucking yeah, and like no. No, no, like that, like that's no. But it just cracks me up with all these things, and like I said, I don't know, man. And people always take these things, like I said, the the comprehension of all of these things. Like I said, it's so far off from what the original conversation was. Like nobody remembers like that it was about that anymore, and that's why nobody's talking with having Ryan on their channels and talking to him about that. uh, I don't know, but that's just if you ask me. That's just if you ask me. And I can't even say like, like people have whatever their opinions of why all this is going down. People clout chasing and all this stuff. Like, I don't know, man. I think like shit like this just goes down because people are fucking stupid. They get too caught up and wrapped up in their emotions, that comprehension and how would you say sensibilities, rationale kind of goes out the window, right? The rationale just goes out the window, and like honestly, sometimes it makes for some fucking hilarious, some hilarious like streams and stuff, and sometimes it makes for things like we saw the other day when Young Rippa 59 was debating with the amazing Lucas. And that's it became this like I only watched I watched for a little bit of it when it first started. I watched for a while. I'm like, something else came on. I watched it for a little while, and then I came back. It had to be hours later, and it was still going on. I'm like, dude, like it sounds like I didn't even leave the conversation. Like this motherfucker is like just trying to lawyer every little single fucking word out there that's been said about every little like okay, now you said the tweet. When you say the tweet, what tweet exactly are you meaning? And when you say the tweet, like what does that mean? Was it you that made the tweet? And what does that mean if it wasn't? What does that mean? Oh, you have people that paid for you have people that you paid to do tweets for. What does that mean? How does that make you feel? What the fuck is going on here? That's why I was watching that stream. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? Like, are you fucking retarded? But then I actually ask myself that of a lot of people when I hear a lot of the things going on out there when it comes to not even just this, but other things out there that go on like this, just other, just different discourse going on out there, be it in the fandoms or on the tweeters or the any things like this or that, and like people making this big deal. And it's like, does it really fucking matter? Does it like seriously? A lot of the people that are upset about this, like, does Ryan fucking Kennel's opinions really fucking matter to you? And if he was fucking racist, do you really fucking care that much? Like, he's not your neighbor. You're not going to work with him. You're not paying him to walk your fucking dog or wash your fucking car. I just don't understand what the fuck it matters so much. And if somebody could explain it to me, that would be fucking great. That'd be fucking great. Like, why am I can guarantee you, if like something that comes to disagree, whether it's him that he says something or anybody that says and disagrees about something, I could give a fuck less about it that much. To sit here and do all of these things, these fucking like crazy shit people have been going through this last week. Like, I'm like, mountains out of molehills, people. Seriously. Why you care so much about this dude's opinions? It's okay. Just let him have his opinions. You can have yours. No, but you know what? You better make some videos about it. You better make some videos about it so you get those clicks, get those views, right? Hey, and don't you dare say that that's why I'm doing, you sons of bitches. We've been doing this shit on the Trailer Park Live for a while. That's what we do on the Trailer Park Live. I don't want to hear it. Now, the other thing I want to kind of get into, and this was something I see, I think even Amazing Lucas kind of got into as well. And I've seen Tristan trying to get into as well this thing about tokenization. Tokenization, right? And this is another thing where people, I think, lose sight of what it is we're talking about and like the things said, if you will. People are looking for tokenization. What does it mean? You get on Google, type up tokenization, and it talks to you about fucking electronic bonds, this and that, blah blah blah, like data currency bullshit, right? People, I keep hearing people talking about, several people talking about it. And they're like, oh, he's young Ripper keeps using this made up term tokenization. He's talking about he made up this word. Okay, and then what happens is everybody's a fucking thinks there's some sort of goddamn entomologist, and they look up fucking, because they got fucking Google right there. They think they can go just fucking study words and all kinds of bullshit right there at the touch of a fucking button. Which, for the most part, I think you can. Power of the internet at your fingertips. But you go there and you look it up, you don't see it. What do you find? You find tokenism. You find token. You find the definition for these things, for what a token is, for what tokenism is, right? And the conversation around this has largely been, and if I remember correctly, I believe what he said was, that Young Ripper 59 said was that tokenization is a word, a term that he coined, and nobody really used it before he did a few years ago. Now, here's the thing. Look. I know somebody's gonna watch this back later and they're gonna be like, oh my god. Okay, look. The thing here is like, it's the word itself, tokenization. I'm not an entomologist, but I can still break this down for you. It's not talking about a token. You can go look at a token. You can go look up tokenism and how that pertains to things here, right? Right? But you won't find a definition for tokenization. Now, the thing is if you ask me, when you look at that word, tokenization, it would be, to me, it sounds like you add the ization on there. To me, it sounds like you're going through the act of tokenizing something, right? Or tokenism, right? And that's the thing that he's talking about. And like I said, again, and it comes down to words, and you gotta really pay attention. You gotta really pay attention, and I know it's so hard because in a lot of these talks and these debates, people are they're hyper aware of everything everybody is saying because they've got their side, right? And I know somebody's probably saying, well, you got your side too. Look, you're sitting there defending Young Rip 59 right now. Oh my god. Well, again, he's talking about tokenization, and that's why I say tokenization. You're not going to find that definition out there, and he's saying because he kind of made that up, and saying like the tokenism and the act of tokenizing a character from a comic book by way of race or gender swapping or whatever, what have you, a particular character from what they originally were. You know, like the Miles Morales thing, like the you know, like even like you know, like the Captain America thing, just like all of those different things, like the act of it's the act, like, but that's just if you ask me. I'm not an entomologist, but if you ask me, that's why you can't find the definition of these things. Is because it's not like an actual word. It would be a term made up. But I mean, if you listen to the word and know what, you know, all those little what I see, and that's like all those suffixes, isn't that right? The suffix after the, is that the suffix after that comes after the, no, it's the you know, the add on to, yeah, maybe it is because the prefix is, yeah, I could be wrong. But you know, like the ization, that would, the tokenization, that would be the act of taking this character and race, gender swapping them or whatnot. Like that's it. And if that's why you can't find the definition, because it is, if you would say, a made up term that I would say actually holds fair to going back to breaking down to tokenization and token, right? The act of doing this to a character, the act of tokenization to a character, be it into a movie or in a comic book from what they, this original character, like, to me it makes sense though. To me it makes sense. And I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying you have to agree, but that's when I break it down, when I hear it, that's what it sounds like to me. And that's why you're not going to find the definition. That's why he's saying he made that up, because that's why you can't find the that's like, does that not make sense? Does that not make sense? Like, it would be like if you had to find it on like Urban Dictionary as opposed to Merriam-Webster's or whatever else you could find it on out there. That's what we're talking about here. And you can't even really say that it's like a slang term. It's just taking the, you know, that, and but that's why people have you know, have problems finding the definition of it. It's because it's not like actually a word. But if you think, and you can, people do this with words all the time, and I mean, it makes sense. If you talk about tokenization, it makes sense. That's if you ask me. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But and that's it. But and people get upset about it. You know, like a lot of these things. And it's like, I know. Sometimes it takes not really deep thinking about anything. It just takes like looking at it for what it is. You know, and that's the other thing, is like a lot of times when it comes to any of these things out there, a lot of times by the time you get into having a conversation, people are so emotionally charged, they can't maintain their composure through a lot of it. And then you know, yeah, but anyway, I think that's really all that I had to say about that. It's just been funny seeing it, all of these kinds of things go down. And a lot of it, again, even like Tristan said, a lot of people have their own viewpoints and how they see it, and you know, what who they think is right or wrong here, and all this and that. And for me, when it comes to these kinds of things, it's not even about that. It's not even about who's right or wrong. But I will say that a lot of the things, when it came to like that Jody and Young Rippa debate, there's a lot of the things there, if not everything, that Young Rippa said that like wasn't true. I mean, may not be the fucking nicest thing in the world, but you know, like, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? Like, you wanted to start playing the game, and then, you know, the game started getting played, and motherfuckers like, you know, it went to where it goes to where it goes to. It goes to where it goes to, and you know, that's just the way it comes to some of those things. A lot of times is like people just get too, like, they get too emotionally charged, and they lose their composure, and they say, like I said, mountains out of molehills. Like, this whole fucking thing is all because of some motherfucker's opinion that you shouldn't give a fuck what his opinion is on this goddamn movie. Just like all these other people who were on the internet, maybe not so outraged about bullshit, but worried about everyone else's fucking opinion about this goddamn movie. It's a fucking movie. It's okay to have an opinion on it, even a racist opinion. Oh, which I don't even see. I don't even think is the fucking case. I watched that whole fucking review. And I'm like, I don't even see it. I don't like, but whatever. Like, you know, and and that was one of the things. Like, I think, you know, like they kind of asked, like, could you see somebody being upset by what he said in that little video clip? Like, well, I mean, yeah, taken out of context, but not even taken out of context. Even in context, I could see somebody being upset about it only because I know that not everybody out there is very fucking bright, right? But anyway, that's just if you ask me. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Down in the comments below. And believe me when I say like I don't really like any of these people involved with this. I don't really like Jody's Corner. I don't really know that dude or ever really watched his show or anything. I don't know shit about him, you know. I can't say one way or the other. Amazing Lucas, I've probably watched like 2 of his videos now. That's really about it. I don't really have an opinion about these guys one way or another. Ryan Kennel, I don't really have an opinion about one way or another. I've had some interactions with him personally myself, and he seemed all right the times I've ever interacted with him. Seemed like an all right guy. And Young Ripper 59, you guys. You guys know I'm down with Young Ripper 59. We've had him here on the channel, which is funny because I went through like earlier this week and I was like, maybe I'm gonna take this video and kind of clip it up and do some of it. Like a while back, probably a couple years ago at this point now, I actually had Young Ripper 59 here on a stream, and we were talking about a lot of things going on out there. You know, just kind of like in pop culture, in the movies, and the comic books, and all these things going on out there. And it was funny. I went back and I watched it all. I'm like, man, I probably should make some clips out of this. And the thing is, like, everything we were talking about is just as relevant fucking today and right now. Like, it's like you could almost think that we had this conversation fucking 2 months ago. And you like, if I told you 2 months ago I sat down with Eric D. July and we had this conversation, like, you wouldn't know that I didn't record this fucking video 2 months ago, yesterday, you know, whatever. Not 2 years ago. Like you probably wouldn't even know. You probably wouldn't even know, except for it was a couple pounds. Was a couple pounds lighter after having my back broke. After having my legs taken from me from some Chinaman. But anyway, let's get in here and see what everybody's saying. I see we've got a members 8-month member chat from one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. Felicity Pooh Bell herself says, "What's up to my favorite toxic male? Good night to you." Well, I hope you're having a good night as well, Felicity. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for being one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. And of course, we've got another super chat from my man, another fellow immortal Myrtle Maniac, Obi-Juan the homie, aka Beskar Batman. The $5 super chat says somebody has to give this guy some money so he can move to the next trailer. Puff puff pass. Woo! Yeah. We've done burned this one down, damn it. Oh man. Okay, so we'll start going back to the chats here. We'll see what everybody's saying. And since I'm here at the bottom, we'll go ahead and we'll start there. I see Demochanai is in the building, still hanging out. Says not wrong. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, people just make such a big deal out of all of this bullshit, man. And like again, like, and look, I'm still sitting here talking about it too, right? But that's the thing, is like, I'm not sitting here either way saying that somebody's a motherfucker or anything about it. But I'm simply saying that people just really need to, like a lot of people realize later, that you need to just maybe take a fucking step back, think about things, just like let it just let it chill. Just let it marinate, right? Just let it marinate. It'll be all right. Just think about it. And you might eventually come to realize it's not that big a deal. But thanks again so much for being here, Damaj Night. Tim's Talk is in the building. How are you doing? Seen you over on Danny's stream yesterday. Yeah, very good stuff. Got Aglax in the building. Landon is in the building as well. LB says I make words up all the time. Yeah, and like the thing is, like, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a made up word. It's taking a word and putting a is that a suffix, right? Like, because you got the is that what that is? I can't think of I can't think of the professional term for it, the technical term for it. But when you take, like when you like run and running, like, like the right? Anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's just taking, it's not even a compound word, but taking, like, it's, yeah. What did that shade we ranking do say that? Who knows by now? Who knows by now? Probably something else. People arguing if tokenization is a word. Like, come on, you know what he means. Yeah, right. And again, that's the thing. It's like, it's something else to fight about. It's something else to pick about. And the other thing is too, like, when you get into a lot of these conversations and, like, deal with a whole lot of these people, like, a lot of these people get into these conversations about whatever they're debating about, and, like, they're all, like, being fucking sarcastic and all so like full of snark and all this bullshit. Like bro, like, if you want to be like, take this shit seriously and be like, fucking be serious, like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Right? We're not in a fucking sitcom here on fucking ABC right now. This is like, this isn't the fucking Office, bro. Like, you don't have to do that shit. Yeah, like, you don't have to, and a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it in different ways. They try to get those little things in there in different ways, right? To kind of, poke at somebody, let them, irk them a little. Just give them a little, give them a little poke. And it's like, you don't have to do that, man. Like you're just trying to do something that's like getting on somebody's nerves to hopefully at some point, if you keep doing it, will irk them. Right? We'll fucking irk them. And like, like you just can't let, like something happened and you just can't fucking let it go. Right? And okay, suffix was correct. Okay, thank you so much, Aglax. See, Aglax knows. But like, that's something the other day too, because like, remember, like a while back, Tristan actually did a stream with what's his name? I really don't know. Shane, is that his name? Shane. He's one of the Comics Gate guys. He's an artist, I believe. She was doing this debate, and a lot of these things I put as debates because believe me when I say they're debates. But they're sitting there trying to have this conversation, and they're sitting there talking about this comic book. And Tristan said in the stream, she's like, they're talking about this, I can't remember what character it was, but she's like, oh, like, because I think did he write the comic book, or he drew the comic book or something, or whatnot. And she's like, oh, you R word, the graped, right? Graped. Yeah. It was like, we're talking about grapes here. She said, you graped this character. And she meant because, like, he was drawing, the character and every, I think it was drawn out. Was it writing? What is he a writer or not? I don't know. But that's what she was like. Well, that was the book you did, and that's what they did in the book. Like, you did that. Like, she was talking about, like, oh, you saying that I did that? I graped this person. I graped this comic book character. Like, what? Like, and it just like kind of kept coming up. And she's like, Like that's not what I mean. Like you did the book, you did the art, or did the the writing, whatever it was. Like that's what I mean. I don't mean that like you literally took the fucking comic book or the piece of art, or maybe there's this fucking comic book character in real fucking life, and you went and did that. And like, but like the thing was like she said it, and she even explained it, and like he kept bringing it up, and I don't even think I finished all that story. I'm just like you can let it go. Like I get like trying to like something like it. These things, these little things, and it happens to everybody too. These little things that people get and they pick up and they pick up and they just nitpick, and that's what it is. And it's just like this whole fucking thing that sprung off this whole thing in the first place. It's just all these little things, and then like these little jabs, everybody, right? And it's fucking childish. It's like just stop. Like you don't need to do this stupid little kid baby bullshit in the middle of just trying to have a discussion or a little fucking debate. Like it's just not really necessary. And this is why you can't really have like rational discussions about serious things with a lot of people, is because that's what happens, because people get all worked up and they start talking like fucking idiots. Oh man, I love The Office. Yeah. Oh man. Hey Trinity, body count cop killer album turned 30 there. Damn, man. Yeah, time flying. Yeah, absolutely. It is. It is, dude. Getting old, man. Getting old, starting to get wrinkles. Starting to get wrinkles. What's great is when you get when you do someone with him. No. No. Great. Yeah. Hey, you gotta disguise it. Like you'll get demonetized if you say some of those kinds of words. So you gotta find clever ways to mask them. Like a lot of times, adding a G to the beginning of a word always helps. Like grapes or grape. Like you can disguise it that way. Or like grass hole. You put the GR on there. It works a lot of times great with just G. Sometimes you can put the GR on there. You got a grass hole. You've never tripped in a grass hole? Oh, hey, I know several grass holes. Right? A couple grass holes out front right now. Right? But anyway, again, man, yeah. Look, and here's the thing: is there's no accounting for brains. There really isn't. there really isn't. Okay, let's get back up in the chats here. See how far back it'll let me go. Let's see. Right, so you get some drama live. Leave because it always goes wrong and it's just embarrassing. Yeah, like that shit. That shit was fucking embarrassing. Like that shit was embarrassing. Like yeah, that shit was embarrassing. I don't like it. Why? Because yeah. And look, some people don't even have good reasons for why they hate shit. And like, look, if you come across some of those people who don't really have a good reason for why they hate it, you don't really you really don't have to go into having an argument or a conversation with them about that. Like you just leave it at that. Be like, if you think that the reason that they don't like or whatever is stupid, you know what? In most cases, save yourself some fucking energy and just let it be. Right? Just say, all right, you can have that opinion for whatever dumbass reason you want to, and I'm gonna let this one go. I'm gonna let this one go. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's what my message to Wayne is about, fans and the Batman. Then he puts it on. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. But and the thing is, like, it's that way with everything these days. With everything these days, like everyone's got to have their opinion. You can't just accept somebody else. You can't have that opinion. You cannot have that opinion. And if you do have that opinion, you better have a good reason for feeling that way. And when I say a good reason, like basically like a good reason according to me, and if I don't think your criticism of it is a good reason to have this criticism, you can't have that criticism. You can't have it. Otherwise, chances are you're just toxic. You're just a toxic fan, and you're ruining fandom. His monitor even disappointed in Jody's argument. Yeah, it was all about a fucking all about a tweet. Yeah, went to watch River right after the Jody kicked him off the call. Yeah, that's funny. I know the people in the chat and other streams. If you don't think the Batman is an incredible work of art, you are an MCU shill. It's crazy. Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. It's all hot or cold. You can't be anywhere in between. You better not be sitting on a fucking fence. You better not be sitting on a fence, you fucking fence sitter. You fence sitting son of a bitch. And Andy's stream was funny when they talked about the stream on Tuesday, 3 days prior to the argument with Rip and Jody. I was there chatting. On Tuesday? Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. I've never, yeah. Is a Marvel shilling for DC? Oh, no. Yeah, Landon. He said, "Don't read this out loud." You always say that. You know what? If you don't want me to read some shit out loud, don't fucking write it, Landon. Don't do it. Who is Jody? That's a weird name. Now that I thought of it, Jody. 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 What? Where does it sound? To make it. Yeah. I understand. I had a friend growing up. His name was Jody. That's right. And Jody's comparing studios, making fun of her, but having a studio in home, like, who cares if it's successful? Well. Amazing Lucas had a better argument than Jody, even though I thought they were both trash argument. Well, like, from what I couldn't even watch that full debate with Lucas, like, because when it started off, even when I came back to it, like, it was like this dude just trying to argue semantics about what this word means, that word means, and exactly now when you're saying this, what do you mean? When you're saying this, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, and I hate when it comes down to shit like this. But I said what I said. But I said that's really all there is to say about it. Oh man, yeah. Are you the feelings he was talking about? Numbers like subscribers and raise and yeah. W as much as I love Jody and streams, I can't. Yeah. It's like a horse name. A horse name. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see because talking. Oh okay. Yeah. So how about that Moon Knight? Is it? Yeah, no man, that enchanted suit, dude. Don't get me started on that. So you know what? No, I'm not doing the enchanted suit thing. What's up, Hope? Yeah, I hope you're having a good night as well. Star Wars MCU OG, another one of the immortal Myrtle Maniacs. Lucas has been trying to talk to Jeremy Jr. about it. Yeah, like ultimately, like he's the one they need to be having the conversations with about this whole thing anyway. Like even Tristan was like, why is everybody talking to Rippa? Like they're all talking to him just because they were mad at his fucking tweet. And that was the other thing. Like none of them watched the video. They're like, oh, you're defending him. It's like, did you watch the video? Like if you and that's the thing is like if you watch the video, you would see like maybe you might have somewhat of a case for your argument, but you didn't even watch the video. But like even in the video, like that's the whole thing. Like just I don't know. Yeah. Oh, and that was something else too. Tristan was talking about like because because Eric hadn't seen the movie, so he can't have a really opinion on anything that like Ryan's opinion or like, but it wasn't based on that. Like everything that was going on wasn't based on his opinion of the movie at all. Really, it was really kind of a non-factor in what this whole conversation was about. Was a fucking tweet. That was so weird. Like all these people fucking like. Seriously, like sometimes I'm just sitting there like people fucking retards. They just are. They're just retards. Yeah. So there's a civil war in the begging for white supremacist super chat community. Yes. There's a. How about that Grand Inquisitor? Yeah, nah, dude. That cheap apocalypse looking character. No on the Inquisitor. Yeah, the trailer park is where we meet to discuss feelings and take out the trash. Yeah, we take out the papers and the trash. We don't get no spending cash and that stuff. Yeah, Felicity, this is the way. Yeah, takes off his hat. Means it's serious. Token, don't get me started on NFTs. That's Obi-Juan. Yeah, we won't get started on them NFTs, man. Quentin Lee, thank you so much for being here. I hope all is going well with you. Going to be doing a podcast with Quentin Lee here this Sunday. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. People are really arguing tokenization. We're like, you know what? Yeah, exactly. You know what he means. Yeah, and then, like, yeah. It makes sense, but like, yeah, and that's the thing is like, it's not actually a word. You go look it up. You're not. If you go type up tokenization, like you're not gonna find a definition for it. But like when you think about the word, and like I said, the adding the things onto it, the suffix, it makes sense. Like the act of doing the like, and the way he uses it totally makes sense, right? Maybe I should do a video about that. Maybe I should do it. Maybe should I just clip what I did earlier? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, make words all the time. So bummer they're upset at each other. They should find common ground in explaining. Their inside source said this is the year all women are being fired from entertainment. Yeah, they're all being fired. They're all being canceled. I'm gonna be really honest right here, right now. I'm watching Jody right now for tonight. Honestly, I might go back. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny, Landon. Okay, now where are we at? Okay, all right. Samanan Farging ISO. Yeah, exactly like that. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, but no one wants to see it. Yeah, for the most part. You left out the G because the G ain't in you. Dang. Yeah, there you go. That's funny, Obi-Wan, the homie. Yeah, you left out the G. Damn. You bringing back some old school shit. Bringing in some of that old school West Coast shit. Yeah. Tell him 29 says last time I used tokens was for the arcade. Yeah, me too, man. You ever been to like Great Wolf Lodge? I think they have tokens there. That they use because they have like a little arcade and everything in there. It's pretty cool. Of course, it's you're overpaying for everything, all the tickets and all that stuff that you're gonna spend on all the little things there. Like you're overpaying for all that shit, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, definitely overpaying for them tokens. Yeah. But anyway, I think that's all I really have as far as any of this stuff that's kind of gone down over this past week since last week on the Trailer Park Live. Like, I don't know, again, a whole bunch of nonsense out of somebody's I guess you could say, however you feel about it subjectively. I guess there's subjective bad take on a movie. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you want an origin story showing how Kravitz Catwoman got the spirit of the cat from Halle Berry's Catwoman character? Yes. We should have that for sure. You know what? And I'm still, I gotta go. I might go watch the Batman again. But I'm still telling you, there's that scene in there where he was getting ready to start twinkling, wasn't he? Wasn't he getting ready to sparkle in that scene when he was there in Wayne Manor? He's kind of walking up to the table where Alfred was sitting at. Did he have his shirt off too? He's like, his fucking no weightlifting ass. He's walking up there. I swear, it was in the sunlight and everything. I'm like, and he's, oh, I think he even did it to you. I think he even winced. Because he was that motherfucker was getting ready to start sparkling. That's why. Oh man, that's funny. Anyway, if you asked me, but did you? Maybe you didn't ask me. Maybe you didn't ask me. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I don't know. Aglax, you weren't here earlier. You weren't here earlier. You weren't here. You'll probably like this, Aglax, because I was talking about some of the stuff that I picked up this week. One of the things I got this right. I got this right here. Got this Incredible Hulk omnibus, dude. Yeah. And check that out. Like I was saying earlier, I've really been enjoying reading a lot of the older shit of all these characters, all these older Marvel books, getting into the roots, the history of these characters. Just like in this one too, the Doctor Strange book. This book is really good. And what I really like about this one is all of these stories. They go from I think by the end of this, each little story is 10 pages long. But like you get in here, like each little story in here it goes from 5 pages to, I think right now where I'm reading at, they're at 7 to 8 pages each little one. Nice little stories about Doctor Strange, the roots of this character and getting in here. And very cool stuff too. And I remember seeing some Doctor Strange books when I was a kid, just like not really being into it, just like with some of the Thor books when I was a kid too. As a kid, I remember seeing them and just thinking like, it just wasn't really into them. Like they didn't seem like interesting. And I read these now and I like them so much, but I could also see how I wouldn't like them as much when I was a kid as compared to seeing Spider-Man and reading the Spider-Man books, or even like Captain America. I had some Captain America books, or even believe I even had some Superman and stuff as well. So like I could see where some of this stuff wouldn't have been as interesting to me, but definitely some really great chit, man. Some really great cheat. Let's see. First YouTuber to add the sparkle effect gets all the money. Yeah. We'll do it. You know what? If you can find some way to put your Insta filter or your Snapchat filter on your live stream, you could do it. I bet you could do it through Snapchat. Yeah. You could do it through the Snapchat app. Snapchat. Oh my rant. Yeah. Yep. I seen that. I watched it earlier when it was premiering over on Wayne's channel. Yeah, your little rant. I like it. Yeah. I am all places. Okay. Emo Batman doesn't know what lifting is. No, he don't, man. Emo Batman. Oh, fucking Nirvana Batman. Can people just stop with the fucking Nirvana bullshit already? Like, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, man. Fuck Nirvana. You know what I mean? I feel like the dude when he's like, he's like, no, man, I just don't like the fucking Eagles. Like, fuck the Eagles. Fuck Nirvana. Fuck them. They're not good. Like, once upon a time, I was a stupid little kid. Yeah. In this one little instance. And I thought Teen Spirit was alright, but Smells Like Teen Spirit, it's shit. It's just all shit. It's just all shit. Oh man. Okay. Dude, awesome. It's crazy how many years of stories these characters have. People thought this crap jumped the shark before most of us were born. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? Like, you know what? I kind of feel like some of it did, man. Maybe not before we were born, though. Maybe not before we were born. But yeah, seeing like a lot of the old school kind of stories and the campiness in here with some of these books is really great. And it's just like even getting into like some of those EC comics and stuff that I've been reading some of those like just really great. Like I love like the older shit. Am I just getting old? Maybe. Maybe it's just that to me as many of the stories these days are interesting, and that's for like the books that I've read. And like I can't say that like I know a lot of people talk about like the X-Men stuff. I haven't really read a whole lot of like the X-Men books or anything like that in a while. And not because any of them were like terrible or bad or anything. I just ended up like like pull list was getting too big. I've got Marvel Unlimited though now, so I could I've got that, so I can go back and read all that bullshit. But like just want to start spending money in other ways, other areas where instead of having any Marvel comic books on my pull list or any DC comic books on my pull list, I can just take that money and go get other books that I do want to read of these characters. Like I know this week, I think the Captain America Captain America Lives omnibus came out as well. I think it's a $75 one that is like the last like I don't know 15, 20 issues of the Ed Brubaker, Steve Epting, was it Epting that did that run of Captain America. And then I'll have all three of those omnibuses. I'll have that one, the Death of, and then yeah, Captain America Lives. So yeah, I want to go get that. Like I really like I think I've got some other omnibuses on order as well, just that have been coming through previews and all of those things. And then maybe that's something we need to do soon here on the channel, is go through the previews as well. That'd be interesting. I haven't done that in a while. Bleach was good. F the rest. All right, no, Random Brad. I'm not. No, I can't. I can't concede. Fuck them. Fuck them. Looking at this thing, I've been a member for a long time. I know, Mike Porter. Look, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. Like a few months. Like it's gonna change soon. It's gonna change soon. You're gonna get a different badge soon, Mike Porter. You're gonna get a different badge soon. You're soon gonna have. Let me see if I can find it. You're soon gonna have. Soon gonna have this one, right? Where's it at? All right, here we go. I think this is it right here. Soon. Soon, this will be what you got. This is it. This will be your badge. Your badge. Yeah. You like that? Yeah. It went from the street. It went from the street to the world to the universe. Maybe if they go later, maybe we'll go multiverse and shit. Yeah, yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Right? I don't know. I don't know. I was trying to do a thing there. I was trying to do a thing. But thank you so much, Mike Porter, with the 21-month member chat. Yes, has been a while, man. Soundgarden any day of the week. Yeah, they're one of those, like, I don't even fucking like grunge music. Like, I think I've just kind of come to that. Like, I just don't like grunge. And Soundgarden is one of those ones, like, They do, but they don't. Like they've still kind of got the grunge, like, but I don't feel like they're really like all the way grunge, even though they are. Like I think it's just because they've got a different kind of feel to them or feeling to them. But then like I feel like Alice in Chains as well. I don't really see Alice like again, they're obviously there with that, but I don't see uh Alice in Chains as grunge. I just don't. Like if anything to me, I would see it more maybe like hard rock, not necessarily metal, but like it's just I don't see Alice in Chains as grunge. I just don't. I just don't. I'm going by my own definition here. I'm going by my own terms. I'm making up my own terms. Like new metal. Somebody made that shit up. Oh man. Just finished the Dave Grohl book and it was great. Nice. Yeah. The filter idea ain't half bad. Yeah. Yeah. Fell asleep when you read my comment. You were saying it's close to my rant on Wayne's channel. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, I haven't read Dave Grohl, but I wish like there was I wish Faith No More had a book, right? Or I wish there was, I really wish there was. I mean, it can't happen now, but I really wish there would have been a Pantera book. Because I'm not sure if any of you guys have you guys ever read The Dirt? Like Motley Crue's The Dirt? Like they did that Netflix movie on it and everything. And that Netflix movie, it was okay. It wasn't a piece of shit, but like it was just like too much to cover in that book in that movie. But The Dirt is fucking excellent. Also, Marilyn Manson's Long Hard Road Out of Hell, the book that he did or whatever, dude, that was a fucking great book as well. Oh god. Come on, Lucas dickhead. What the fuck? What maybe yeah, Adam is moderator. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Out of all the books currently going currently indie, Marvel, DC. Out of all the books um, currently indie, Marvel, DC, New Mutants is probably the most standout piece of art. Who's doing New Mutants? Who's doing New Mutants? Who was doing New Mutants before? Trying to think. New Mutants. Who is doing that one? I all of a sudden can't remember. The Emo Man reviews Skinny Batman is trying to detect Cousin Oliver as the Riddler scares him. Scares a rainy Gotham. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, my missus loved that book, The Dirt. Dude, it's fucking great, man. Like when I was reading that book, like I would come home and I'd read it. I'd come home and I'd read it when I get off work, dude. I just fucking crack open a bottle. I'd have a bottle. Yeah, I had a bottle of Jack. I'd just start fucking drinking, fucking reading that book. I was kind of in the mood, setting the tone. I was reading that book. Yeah, that's a good one. Best thing Dave Grohl ever did was that Probot album. I'm not sure which one is that. Which one is the Probot album? Is that the one with all the hit songs on it? Is that the one with like Dave Grohl's stuff is actually pretty good. I don't mind Dave Grohl's stuff. Dave Grohl's actually pretty good. Nirvana sucks though, but I'm not sure if I really a point I forgot to make earlier. I keep forgetting to mention it, but Nirvana sucks. But Dave Grohl's pretty good. The music vid with Jack Black. I remember the one Jack Black. I don't know. But which one is Probot? I'm not sure which Probot. Stop lying, Trinity. I bet you had some epic flannels. Nope. Actually, no flannels. I've got a couple of shirts right now. I mean, they've got plaid, like I guess they're plaid on the like pattern. Well, kind of. Nah, I mean, not even really. I wouldn't think. I mean, yeah, nah, nope. I've always been a t-shirt and shorts or maybe jeans, maybe jorts. Maybe some jorts. You know, I've always been a t-shirts and jeans kind of person. T-shirts and jorts, t-shirts and shorts. I guess it's kind of like Anthrax said. Five guys in shorts. Who gives a shit? We do what we like. We don't care. We fit. All you new jacks. What is it? King Diamond is on it. Yeah. No, no flannels though, man. Not here. Yeah. King Diamond is on it. Okay. I'm not sure which one that is. I'm not sure which. Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, because what was that first Foo Fighters album that they? I think that's probably their first album, the one with and I'm looking to the sky and save me, looking for some kind of light. Yeah, like that album. It's good. Like it's not bad. I mean, it's like good like radio music, you know, like and it's fun to play on Guitar Hero. It's fun to play on like Rock Band and shit too. Yeah. Yeah. Probot is a side project. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. In the last 10 years, Foo Fighters sound more like classic rock mixed with modern rock. Not really that emo shit. Yeah, no, and like their early stuff, I kind of dug that. Like I didn't really mind that. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, like with like the song that was just, you know, like kind of yeah. Heavy metal. Oh, okay. All right. More metal. Nice. Okay. I did not know that. Interesting. Interesting. But anyway, guys, I'm probably going to go ahead and end it there. I want to say, I mean, unless there's anything else you guys have in the chat that you guys want to talk about, I'll hang out for a second and check that out, see what it says. I mean, I guess just kind of wrap things up. Talk a little bit about some comic books. Got some comic books we're going to be giving away, and also, you know, all the things we, like I said, we was talking about here today. I mean, most of these things, like I don't care enough about to really say that. Take a position of this guy's an asshole, that guy's an asshole, this guy's a piece of shit, any of that bullshit. A lot of times, you know, these things. I mean, and the thing is, like, a lot of this stuff. I mean, we can certainly have opinions on, and people have opinions on these things, and that's perfectly fine, and that's perfectly fine. But my position isn't that with any of these people. I mean, hey, people do things, have discussions they want to have, arguments and all these things, and a lot of times, you know, people will even say it's maybe clout chasing or anything. I wouldn't even say a lot of times it comes to that. I think a lot of times people just get so upset about things, it kind of goes on, and you know, maybe you end up looking foolish, maybe you don't, maybe you feel you're right, maybe you're wrong, maybe you are right, who knows. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here tonight. I hope you all have a very good day. Have a great weekend. And you know what? We'll probably, you know what? One of these days, channel members, we got to get down. We got to sit down and build the Lego Batmobile. I've still got that Lego Lamborghini Cyan, the thing that I got as well when we went to Legoland recently. But you all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.